All right, Todd, take it away.
Okay, we have a lot of information today, so we're going to go even faster than I normally go. So let's get into it. Thanks, everybody, and thanks for joining us today. Today, we're going over the Greater Phoenix housing market statistics for the week ending September 18th. Looking atop across the board or something along those lines, 50 days closed on market. We have a 2.95 month supply. Absorption rates at 33.87. Our average list price this past week was $789,000. Our average sale price this past week was $567,000, and our list price to sale price retention at 97.63. Yes, we're continuing. This is a little bigger jump than normal, but the inventory is continuing to increase. We're up to 13,253, 2,477 people. Yes, that is correct. 2,477 pending, 2,544 closed for the month. A little too early for anything really to be seen there. 1,618 new listings taken this past week, 100.6 days on market for active and 54 for closed. As we've been talking about, this under $500,000 market is it's pivotal in the Greater Phoenix metropolitan market because we have so many people based on incomes, based on the fact that income's lagging as sale prices are increasing. This is a very, very important market segment for first-time homebuyers and for workforce housing. So this needs to stay above 50%, and it has been. It's been struggling to, but it has been. That's a good sign. 500 to a million is where most of our business is done. 35.4% is done between $500 and $1 million, averaging 79 days on market. And our actual above $1 million price range is sitting at 14.3% of the entire MLS. So this is our spreadsheet where we get a chance to really just make everybody the expert. So I just put some new borders in today to kind of make sure everybody's on target when I say, oh, go to the middle of the page or whatnot. So the right-hand side includes month-over-month analysis and year-over-year in the same two blue columns. Looking to the left, we have in the very center of the page, we have the 2021 same week. So the same week of the year just 2 years ago, and the same thing to the left of that just last year. And then, of course, we have week over week. So you get a good sense of seeing what everything is. And then finally, way over on the left, I call it rules of thumb, but this is where we'd like to see the market. This is kind of where it belongs based historically. So looking at the numbers, 1721 is better than 1618, however, just not quite as good as last year at 1965. So, and 2066 the year before that. So we are still struggling to keep this as close as possible to 2400, if not in excess. Looking at active inventory, it's like I said, it's continuing to climb. We were at 12,914 last week. We're at 13,253. Last year, we were at 20,172 this particular week. And then, of course, the year before that, when the market was super brisk, it was at 8,351. So of the 13,000 listings that we have currently active, 572 of those are coming soon. 10,537 are non-distressed single family. 2,673 new construction properties. 13,198 non-distressed. Pending it, like we were talking about, Mike, I've only seen this happen probably 3 times in tracking these numbers since 1994. That was a good number. That this has been really as low as it has been. It's only happened 4 times that it's been under 2,500. Today's one of those. Looking at the closed month to date numbers, as we said, it's a little too early to really extrapolate anything on, but we can say, at least in that number, that we're tracking similarly to each of the more previous months. Month supply at 2.95. That's right in our sweet spot. Look to the left, 2.5 to 3%. So that's a good sign as well. 3.39 last week was just a little brisk, a little slow. Taking a look at the average sale prices, we already talked about those. Like I said, we're going to go kind of brisk through this. So if you have any questions, by all means, you can always call me or email me. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. 50 days on market, slide your eyes to the right. It's about the same as it was last year, but 28 days the year before that. So things are, continuing to be in that sweet spot range. And again, 97.8 is where we want to be. 97.63 is where we are this week. This week's got some great numbers. So I thought it was easy to brisk through that because the numbers were just really in favor for us. So I wanted to take a little reflection on what's going on. So 2023, the vertical column there is in comparison. You can go back to these slides, all the way back to, 2020 is what I'm reporting here. Like I said, I have these all the way back to 1996, actually. But in this particular case, 7,600 is where we are year to date as an average. Last year, we were averaging 9,500 new listings taken. So when you're 2,000 listings short, it's hard. Fortunately, but not, our inventory has been increasing right now. It's actually almost identical to what it was last year this same time. If you slide your eyes further into the green and the orange colors, you can see that where the inventories were back to 2020. Pending is sitting at 4,702 by average. So when we're at this year, so when we're at 2,400, you've got 2,300 fewer people this past week in the marketplace, whatever it was that caused that. 5,200 is where it was on average last year. Taking a look at closed units, you can see here 6,500 is about 6,493 is where we've been averaging. 7,100, 7,200 was the average last year. 8,700 the year before that. So again, this is just for you to reflect on, to go back to, if you're looking for historical patterns, and that's what I look for. What if I can lay this year on top of a previous year in a transparency, what are going to be similar? And that helps you understand exactly how you want to approach the market and approach your client, and the answers that you're going to provide for your client. Average sale prices $549 currently year to date, $555 last year. So it's $6,000 on average higher last year than the average sale prices this year. Median sale price has ticked up this year, but again, it's showing right now as an average of this year $427 versus $447 the year before that. So again, this is trying to say to people that are saying that the market is going in the tank. No, it's not. This document right here shows you a 5-year, 4-year perspective looking backwards, that the market is actually exactly where we would like it to be. 69.5 average days on market right now for sold. 70 is the number we're looking for. Again, we're right on top of these numbers. 96.51's a little weak because the first quarter of the year, sellers, the market wasn't here, and sellers had to give up a little more than they would have normally given up in a regular market. But just right to the right of that is 98.7. So you can see all these numbers are favorable to both buyers and also to sellers right now. So I think it's really important that we internalize that. And if you need more information about it, you can always reach me, and I'd be happy to help you out from that perspective.
All right, thanks, Todd. Great information.